Good evening, folks. What's going on tonight? Let's do this indeed. What's up, Satellite, Arcane, PM, Collector Boy, Ms. Roy, Load? Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing splendid. I'm doing just fine, honestly. I worked today. I got to relax a bit today. It was a very well-balanced day, truthfully. Had a delicious dinner. Wheel! Good evening, Art Dominic. Good to see you. Hope we can get to a fair number of new games. I am not screwing around tonight. I am going to remind y'all of the schedule, and we are going to get to it. It's going to happen that quickly, chat. I'm not going to preface any of these. We have so many demos on the wheel, they don't all fit on the screen. We have the final total came to 20. There are actually two people who requested the same demo. I didn't have time to tell the second person to pick something else. So you know what? If that game wins, they both win the prize. Don't expect me to ever do that again, but I'm just saying. So yeah, there is absolutely no time whatsoever to waste tonight, chat. We gotta jump straight to it. So, tonight, of course, is the NextFest demo wheel. All your efforts, all of your Dragon Coin spending, well, not all of it, but a significant portion of it this week has been in the service of this. Tomorrow night is nothing. This is the last stream of the week. I cannot stream tomorrow night because I'm working late, and I can't stream on Sunday because it is verboten. It is the forbidden stream night. But I will be back on Monday with more Fallout 3. It will be continuing Fallout 3 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, unto eternity, really. And then the Power Hours will continue next Thursday and Saturday. And I'm pretty sure, 99% sure at this point, we're gonna do a indie variety night next Friday because I'm building a backlog of games that developers have graciously handed to me. So yeah, all right, we're doing this, chat. We are doing this. I know we're a scant like 5 minutes into the stream, but I got the wheel right here, and you can see how dense it is. You can see just how much stuff is here. Why is Aya Brea above your head? Because she was revived by her biggest fans. Yeah, we're starting already. Panic. Here we go. I'm clicking it. I'm doing it. Here we go. Oh, damn. I think we're starting with a good one. We're starting off with one of the top ones that I wanted to play myself. Dungeons of Dusk time, chat. Let's do this. Let's do this. And I'm gonna try to keep each demo to just getting an appropriate feel for it so we can move on. So we may move pretty fast tonight once we get a grip on these games. That meme song is really good for the wheel. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. OBS, you wanna, I don't know, cooperate? There we go. For some reason, it really didn't like game capture, so I might just leave it on display capture all night. Hey, remember Dusk from New Blood? Somebody decided to turn it into a dungeon crawler. Why the hell not? New game! Campaign, survival, arena, boss rush. Nice. Let's do normal. You leave the ruined town of Dusk behind. Do you truly seek answers, or is it merely too late to turn back? As your tortured form moves closer to the facilities, you begin to realize there's no way in. Towering walls of concrete reach endlessly in the distance surrounding the massive machinations. But no fortress is truly impenetrable. You see a storm drain at the end of the road, buried beneath layers of dirt and rust. Of course, it was always going to be like this. Down you go. What if Doom RPG was Dusk? That was probably the idea, honestly. So yeah, this is supposed to fit into the Dusk canon in between, I think, episodes 1 and 2. I think. We have lots of interfacey bits. I have health and I have morale. But I didn't realize Dusk Guy needed morale. How do I... Oh, that's how you turn. Alright, WASD to move, QE rotate, spacebar interacts, control attacks, Z skips a turn, X looks down, C is your character screen, tab is open map, R is consumable, F is technique. Interesting. Okay. So, like, at my... Oh. How's y'all's days? Mine was super pleasant when I date. Oh, congratulations, Shadows. I hope that went well. In the center of the screen, press spacebar to interact with doors and such things. It's a guy with the chainsaw. Attack enemies with your equipped weapon by clicking on the center of the screen and pressing control. Attacking an enemy will consume a turn. Other actions like moving, using consumable, using technique, and interacting with objects in the dungeon will consume a turn as well. Switching weapons and changing the direction you're facing will not consume any turns. And you can skip turns by pressing Z. Explore it. Yeah, turn-based dungeon crawling Dusk, if you can believe it. Most weapons allow you to use special attacks by consuming some technique points, TP. Equipping sickles, you can use special attack Blitz, which allows you to move forward one space and attack with both sickles in the same turn, doing 30% more damage. That was pretty cool. Chop, chop. We're at my birthday celebration. Happy birthday, Peach! Everybody, it's Peach's birthday. Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. All right, I got a med kit. I can restore small amounts of health. That garbage? That is. I got scraps. Gun! Restricted area, keep out. But I don't want to keep out. I'm taking aim shot with the pistol and some other weapons. Aim shot is special attack that will increase the chance to hit target and critical chance to consume a technique point. Hold down right mouse button. You move the cursor over the head of the enemy and aim for a headshot. Further increase critical chance he'll be significantly reduced. Can I aim at the heads of some enemies like rats? What's the plot of Dusk? That's an excellent question. If I remember correctly, in Dusk, you are... a cult is trying to sacrifice you, and you escape. Let's see if I can... yeah, so you can see at the top, I have an 85% chance to hit, with I guess a 7% crit chance. Headshot, only 50% chance to hit, but 22% crit chance. I missed. This place takes place in a town in Pennsylvania where set of Lovecraftian ruins were found. You play as treasure hunter caught by the townspeople who escape. I found a secret. It's just some money though. Typically, cultists only want virgin maidens, so it's very progressive this cult to want to sacrifice this big guy. There's the map. You also throw the map up in the corner if you want. Some enemies or hazards can inflict with a negative stats. Keep these enemies at distance, avoid being infected. Gross ass rat. You've earned enough XP to level up. Your maximum health, morale, and technique points have increased slightly. You've also earned 1 skill point. Open the character screen and use it to unlock a new passive skill. This is cool. Oh my sweet Jesus. Oh my God. Holy crap. They made a whole sphere grid for this thing. Effects of cigar, standard cigar, no effects. There is no scar on your skin. Socket. There's sockets for magic skulls. Use more medkit. These are insights. Use more medkits, use more pills, use more beer, use more salt, use more Molotovs, use more mines, use more totems, collect more hallowed hell. Increase max HP by 5. Max technique points, melee weapon damage, ranged weapon accuracy, max morale. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, I stepped in acid. Like a big dummy. The way this is designed, pay attention to your surroundings. Dungeons are full of secrets. Oh, I see it. Cool. It still feels like you're playing an FPS. Rounds of salt. Use them to recover technique points. This is cool. Mighty boot! We're mighty bootin', chat. A bottle of beer used to increase your morale. Drink too much can cause intoxication. Let's see here. How do you... Okay, that's how you use it. Ah. Increase morale and cures fear. Okay. A Molotov, throw to create flames around the area of impact. And inflict burn. It is Peach's birthday, and happy birthday to Peach. I can't hit this guy. That was weird. Hell yeah! Level up. Skill points. Let's see. So this is all range accuracy, critical multiplier for ranged weapons, ammo found, enhanced aim shot, split shot, leg shot. Cool. Let's go this way. After watching the accuracy, why do we get a penalty for range attacks in melee? Possibly. Barrels contain explosives. They'll explode immediately, others after a few turns. Okay. Killing enemies in series within a few turns will activate frenzy mode. Gain more XP. Cool. Good. Shotgun shells. Found a mine. Placed on the ground, explodes, stepped on by enemies after a few turns. Big ass level. I wonder what scraps are used for. Maybe upgrades? Nah, accuracy stays pretty constant. It just gets higher the closer you are. There we go. Attack potency below average human is a small dog. There we go. Heard them for the first time a few nights ago. I'm sick again. High fever. Another cold, damp, nauseating night in the sewer. Still couldn't find a shelter above ground. Shunned by everyone as always. But that night, maybe I was lucky, awakened by those screams coming from the streets above me. Screams of terror and pain. I don't know what it was. I've been hearing those inhuman screams ever since. Don't think I'll leave now. I'm still sick. Z. Ow. Stepped in acid. Like a moron. I love secrets. It's no secret that I love secrets. Say living in the sewers is not a good idea in general. Hardly seems ideal. This is cool, chat. This is way more than just like a gimmicky tie-in. Oh fuck, hi. Like, this is a genuinely really cool game. I like how much thought was put into all of this. Green key. Saving throw, you successfully resist a negative status. What's up, Zem? We got range accuracy, critical chance. So this is increased accuracy, and then ammo, and then loot, and then stuff, and then things. Increase area revealed on map. Loot chance. Magic orbs. Oh wow. I can go that way. I've been playing anything good, excited because I'm a favorite part of Dragon Quest IV. This is the first demo, yes. This is indeed the first demo. I am still playing Star Rupture. I am having a real good time with Star Rupture. Where would I be if I were a green key? Seems like it should be in this vicinity. Oh, there was a door over here I missed. That's what happened. Doing pretty well in Minecraft Adventure. Nice. really been paying attention to ammo this whole time. I've just been taking for granted that I would have enough. Such a big fucking rats, though. Frenzy! Finished Heavenswall earlier tonight, definitely cool experience. What did you think of the ending? Obviously, no spoilers. But how did you feel about the ending? Because I know it was real contentious with people around here. We had a really neat game that flew under the radar called Dissimilar. Interesting. A large medkit, cures bleeding. Nice. Taking up Horripilin. I have the demo for Horripilin. Oh, Elite Leatherneck regenerates. Let's see here. Molotov. Owned. Rat gave you the business. Playing a little logic puzzle game called Logic Town that's really fun. Nice. Manage to meet certain conditions and obtain one or more awards in campaign mode. Kill every enemy and find every secret. Do not use firearms. Do not use medkits. Wow. And that's the exit. Cool. I killed all the enemies. I found all the secrets. Damn, that was one level, chat. That was a decent ending. The moral choice at the end wasn't much of a choice for you. I'm not a horrible monster. Turn-based Doom, basically, yeah. And looks like there might be a lot of modifiers on how you can play through it. Okay, I think one level was enough to see what this game is about. But this looks fucking cool. This looks really, really neat. I will definitely be keeping an eye on this. I'm gonna save my game too. NextFest, I might do TR49 next. Oh, I need. Ouch. All right, that was super cool. That was super, super, super cool. All right, so that was Dungeons of Dusk. Next up. Rubato is next. Rubato plays in a window for ants, apparently. That's a little better. Press escape. Give these autosave. Don't quit or turn on the power when this icon is displayed. Actually, I could probably just do this if this is how it's going to be. If they insist upon this. End Eve alert! Sweet Jesus, I had a scheme where only the old people were going to win at the Olympics. Now we've gotten away with it too. Weren't for all those meddling kids. Woof. Start the game. Maybe even play the game. Can we please... Okay, that's better. There we go. It's a fart game. All right, file select. Start new game, yes. Beginning of the Rubato project. And a series of referencing, I can't help read that as Dairy Queen. This is the beginning. What is the meaning of frog? It is stylish. Are we ready? Don't make me wait. My schedule is packed. All systems checked. Equipment ready to make the extraction. Good. Why are you hesitating then? You are aware of your orders, Initiate destruction protocol. Check my vibes. Thank you so much for the raid. Good evening. Toilet area 1. Toiletorial. Great, not again. Move right, move left. Wow. We love jumping. Can you jump, please? Suppose if I must. We love jumping. The fans want more. What's up, Checkpoint Vibes? What's up, Dan Van Dam? Jumping so much that you can do it twice. Oh. As a frog, you can lick and manipulate objects, some of them at least. Okay. This is a secret Daniel Mullins game. Pick up and carry some objects whilst licking them. Try stacking some stairs here. Remember, you can pick these items up. Lord in heaven. Frog games are definitely having a moment. Ah, Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord in heaven. Okay. This is the year of the frog, after all. Acceptable stare. Not all objects are lickable. Objects flash and have arrows pointing at them when they're lickable. Swing. Try licking that hook. Nice. Finally, I'm playing frog fractions too. Lick any object I want, game. Try me. See if you memorized everything. If you didn't, then sorry. You're stuck here for the rest of your life. That's how it works in this toilet. Congratulations, you're now toilet certified. Your certificate will be mailed in the next 366 working days. Before you go, some toilets have NPCs. Nice potty cool. Make sure to say hi. Wowie, is that Rubato? Wow, wow, wow. Gee golly, am I your biggest fan? We were tube buddies, you remember, right? All those years ago. You don't? You don't remember your biggest fan? Not at all? Maybe it's because I'm a toilet and not a fan. So you say. So you say. Finish up the toiletorial and get out of here? Yes. Well then. Right, pal, it's your go now. I'll take my best shot. What's up, Bassy? Thank you for the 40 stream streak. And that's what happened while you were in the bathroom, Rubato. The likelihood is we're all gonna die, so. Ow! Why the Drama Queen act? Well, higher management finds out what we did. Find out? Well, what's higher management gonna do about it, Tony? Fire us? Kill us? Yeah? Because security, the space police, Mikey, they're part of the company, just like us. The company ain't finding out nothing. Too many employees across too many plants to care, I bet. You know, I always forget the company is legally registered as the company. I always forget because we've been doing absolutely nothing up here. Not one assignment. Let's skip work anyway. We barely come here, so let's just move it already. I'm bored. Anyway, Rubato, now you know why I was screaming very loudly when you were in the bathroom. Point is, I kind of messed up. We all need to collectively take responsibility for my mistake. Yeah, actually, you did mess up. It was your turn, wasn't it? We might actually all die. Balls. I wasn't meant to know those cheap pool balls would be so dangerous. Thank you now, Mikey? Thought you weren't worried about the space police. Ouch, my chair is broken. You replace that chair, but yeah, the space police are a big problem. Not for long, though. Listen up, everyone. I think most of what's remaining of the solar system has fallen back to Earth. I think we managed to collect what's left of them. Neptune. Good as new, kinda. Wowie. Yeah, put the planets back together again. No one will know what happened. Katamari Frog Marcy, No, Rubato, I don't even have a way to contact you properly. Let me grab this from my pocket. Got the dangly cheap earphones. Manufactured in the ancient year of 2012. That way you can communicate via the internet whilst we're on the run. Technology sure is neat, huh? My email is Tony. There's a place pretty close to the city. We'll figure out everything else there. I like crash there sometimes, usually with monster trucks. Alright, well, we also need to forge some legal documents, just in case we're arrested. Like the fake IDs I use all the time to get man stuff, like sports cars. Even better, this is a clever loophole against the modern legal system. Behold, my laptop! At this rate, I'm going to retire and then unretire as a lawyer. We did not blow up the planets, however, I may be a little silly. You heard of a guy called Mikey? He's kind of cool, and those abs, wowie. Please check the enclosed PNG for more information on those abs that are Mikey. Signed, Mikey. Error, all text files prepped. Sir, alibi prepped and ready to go, so what now? We run, boys! Run where? We're in space, Tony. Well, how about the teleporter? I broke it. The truck? I crashed it last Tuesday. How else can we get out of here then? Oh. My advanced physics knowledge, I can put that to practice. I'm practically a physician. Wait, who's gonna throw me down? The bakery, area 1. Can't feel my face. Hey, Rubato, we just landed. Stuck in a tree, though. Are you there? Connection lost. No signal here. Great, they're toast without me. You. Jump. In case you weren't properly tutorialized by the tutorial. Frog's face looks like Garfield. Yeah, he looks perpetually unimpressed by everything. This is my tutorials too. Welcome to walking and jumping school. Come on, this hunk of garbage. Oh, Rubato. To get far enough without my help, I doubt you ever needed... Oh. You're in a bottomless, inescapable pit. Nice one. Hey, Tony, there's a page on this. Turn to page 139 in the Employee Instruction 2012 Annual. Was it annual or manual? Anyway. All employees who find themselves in uncertain, inescapable doom, blah, 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 blah. Press O. Press O to blow yourself up. Yeah, I know. I don't see an O button around me either, but this is standard procedure, apparently. Hold and explode yourself. Cool. He's not back yet. Oh, that worked. Wait, why are you back at that flag? Why'd you reappear like that? And all those green ball coins you collected, they're gone. It's life insurance, Tony. It's all high-tech these days. Owned by the company, too. It means they can exploit it till they fire us. I have insurance on my monster truck. No wonder you keep smashing into my house. This game is really silly. Oh. Got a chunk of a planet? Find 5 planet bits to make a planet. Interesting. So this seems like a pretty surreal platforming collectathon. Controls real nice too. Sub area 1 upper crust. What on earth? This is a sub area. These are smaller linear challenges formed as a projection from the fallen chunks of the planets. Scientists have recently discovered coyote time is unlimited. You can break or fall and jump at any time. Head to the right and try double jumping in that wooden platform. Oh. Get a little bit of restart from it too. Hang on, let's play it a bit. That's the exit. Okay. I wonder what you use the orbs for. Turn 3. Lost or forgot your loaf, you can always find your way by heading towards the top right. So the physics of this can get pretty weird, it seems. Hey, I did it. Oh, crap. Okay, as neat as this is, as much as I'm enjoying this, I think we got the idea here. It's weird and kooky, and that I don't know what this bread thing's deal is. Yeah, we got games to see. But I mean, this is really cool. This is about as unique as platformers come, if you ask me. It is indeed very, very cute. That's pretty funny. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. All right. Next up, Rubato done. I think this is another surreal one. Titanium Court. Play options, credit, wishlist, desktop, commune with co-conspirators. Play. New game. A man steps onto stage and taps a microphone. Good evening! Before we begin the game, there are a few announcements. First, due to unexpected circumstances, the part of the player will be performed by an understudy. A couple of audible groans and one muffled boo are up from the audience. Now, there's no need for that. This kid may not be a star yet, but I've seen her rehearse, and I can guarantee she'll impress you. You may not have had time to memorize any of her lines, but, well, neither have any of you. The audience laughs. Second, we'd like to warn you this production features a significant amount of obscenity. But before all the parents in the audience begin covering their children's ears, know this. The stage is enchanted such that the obscenities can only be heard by those of sufficient emotional maturity to handle hearing them. And finally, the writing room would like to issue an apology for failing to complete the script before this performance. They are working on it as I speak, so it is my pleasure to announce that tonight's performance is also a race. Who will win? The writers furiously working to finish the script, or the performers attempting to perform it? I can't answer that question, but I can announce that the race begins now. We hope you enjoy the game. Where should you start? You're walking through the woods when the world around you shattered. This was both alarming and inconvenient. Isolated on a lone stretch of ground, you were transfixed as the broken landscape began to rearrange itself. It's a match 3, chat. Your eyes followed trees and hills collapsing into lines of 3. So the forest you knew are not becoming carefully untangled. No, I want this one. You dared not move from your position as the ground beneath your feet quivered in anticipation of shattering further. Pass the time this way for who knows how long. Until the court slid into view. First, you weren't sure you could trust your eyes, but there was a great shining structure among the roiling landscape, something stable and closed, a shelter. You kept your eyes on it, hoping it would draw close enough that you might peer inside its windows. And just as it came near, the shattered landscape lurched. I've played one in ages, there's just something about match games, hate it but love it. They definitely feel a lot better when they're not, like, feeding ads and begging for my money. Little warning, the forest snapped back together as if someone pulled the knot of reality tight once again. Except by now it wasn't the forest you knew, it was hardly even a forest. You stood, stretched, and began the hike towards the court. Later, while the sun hovered low on the horizon, there was a feast within the walls of the court. Hoping to avoid any attention, you sought out a more isolated part of the hall. An empty table near an exit where no one would pay you much mind. A sound plan, except... the hall was soon overflowing with people, and your table was no exception. Played a good amount of Bejeweled back in the day. The game looks cool so far. It does, doesn't it? The young man seated to your right began engaging in idle conversation. The weather, how you found the meal, the role of the individual in society, how you preferred to make your bed, those sorts of subjects. Eventually, he inquired about how you came to arrive at the court. Double ellipsis! Which answers my question quite thoroughly, while raising many more, he says, as you conclude your tale. But forgive me, you haven't actually finished your story, have you? You admit there's a bit more, though you have yet to make sense of it. People within the court were earnest but odd. After your arrival, you attempted to get some answers about your whereabouts and the strange circumstances outside, except they spoke mostly in riddles and nonsense, didn't they? They did. Find out where you are. Man resting in the shade of the wall. Said the man, whoa, pal, before you ask me any more questions, you gotta know my deal. My deal is I can only answer questions you haven't asked. So as to where we are, no can do. Sorry, can't tell you. But what are we doing? Oh man, we're a court of fairies on a quest to find our missing queen. He looked to both sides and said, so let me know if you see her. Just don't ask me where she is. Next, you. Hold on, are you seriously going to tell me about every individual conversation you had in excruciating detail? Yeah. Yes, you are, because if he lets you proceed uninterrupted, he'll learn that many of these people played a part in what happened next. Fine. Woman in a helmet doing her taxes at a picnic table. Said the woman, I would love to tell you where we are, friend, but I haven't even figured out where we aren't. Just a stack of maps on the table behind her. We're not in any of those places. Or at least we weren't. Who knows if that's true now the tide has come in. You attempt another tactic, hoping to glean some information. Perhaps she could at least tell you the name of this place. I just call it the court. Its full name is the Court of... I forget. Something like the Court of Aluminum, but it starts with the T. Court of Tungsten? I don't know. Maybe. I'm new here and I'm bad with names, so I can at least give you mine. I'm Robin. Held out her hand, which you shook as you introduced yourself. Now, if you excuse me, I should try to sort this out before the tide settles again. Pair in front of a blackboard discussing magic. There appeared to be a seminar of some sort taking place in the courtyard. A seminar in magic, if you understood the text on the blackboard correctly. So, okay, first you take a metaphor and then you stretch it really thin, right? Right. Like really thin, so thin you forgot its original purpose. Then you inflate it. Right, just inflate the metaphor. I prefer to use my lungs for that. Then as it's inflating, you twist it like, hang on, like so. You still following? Hold on. Ta-da! There, now resembles a dog, a delight for children and such. Okay, so what happened to the metaphor? It's a lovely little balloon dog now. I see. Seemed to be busy, so you left them to it. Small cat bathing in the sun atop the walls. Said the small cat, meow. Ah, your questions are numerous but inconsequential, for they miss the current crisis. What crisis? Why, the crisis wherein my dinner is late. It is so late, in fact, that I'm not certain the concept of dinner isn't something I invented in a fugue of hunger. All the societal issues are mere trivialities in comparison to my plight. Please, stranger, might you fill my bowl, thus ending this ravenous standoff? The one behind you laughed. I don't listen to him. He's been fed twice today already. You did miss your window submitting a demo. Sorry, deranged optician. But we do have plenty to fill the evening with. What did the outside of the court look like from atop the walls? Find no immediate answers inside the court. You moved to the top of the walls and looked outward. Perhaps there was something you could see from this vantage that would shed more light on your situation. Contrary conditions outside the walls were stranger than they were at the time of your arrival. The rest of the shattered landscape had now melted away. The court stood alone amid a void. But not for long. Like a rush of water, new surroundings began to surround. Much of the new topography was familiar. You could identify fields, water, woods, and hills. There was something else to see. A menacing group of other courts were also part of the landscape. You were not alone in noticing these. Someone shouted, "The war! The war! The war is here!" Unseelie. Someone else. "That can't be." Puck said, "No, war is until we find the queen." Perhaps you should explain that to them. Trying to be the enemy on all sides and bereft of an obvious course of action, the people of the court began to pray. The man stepped forward and offered the first prayer. "I genuinely wish no harm upon our enemy, and merely pray that they would fade into obscurity." Wow, I didn't expect that to work, but thanks. A woman named Robin offered the next prayer. My notes are quite clear on this. Prayer does not work. Time is much better spent steering the court. Remember, the soldiers cannot cross water. We should try to take shelter behind a moat until the tide comes in. There, now the river protects us from nearly half the field. Hills should also slow their advance over next prayer. The next prayer did not belong to Robin. The next prayer belonged to the cat. So long as we're making demands of God, then my wish is ever to be fed. So long as we're making demands of God, then my wish is ever is to be fed. Hey, probably didn't notice something just happened over here. What happened is by matching fields, the court just acquired more food. Similarly, other parts of the battlefield can be matched to earn water, pork and beans, or dinner rolls. None of those fairies in the court will tell you this. Their religion forbids them from acknowledging the existence of the user interface. But I am a secular tooltip. I fear no God. I will do my best to provide you with this vital information. I am a secular tooltip. I fear no God. You're welcome. Yes, more of that, please. Robin then bemoaned the loss of the moat. We face even more of the enemy than before. Why must I bother? Scholars of the Blackboard now chimed in. We've identified the most strategically sound location. This spot right here. Steer over there carefully. We should be fine. Sitting pretty. Robin interjected. Stop, look at the clock. It's almost low tide. We have time left for one more move. Hello again. So the clock and the time left Robin alludes to is in fact this unassuming progress bar at the edge of your vision. Much like life, every move you make will deplete some of your remaining time. Oh, it's a start. Got a very psychedelic vibe to it. Yeah, apologies, another explanation from me. Your humble tooltip is in order. Previous move chained multiple matches together because you earned some bonus time. For the fairies of the court, this might as well be a miracle. No such chance the next prayer will be the last one. Incidentally, the next prayer also belonged to you. Unsure what any of this really meant, you imitated the people around you and made a pointless decision. Battlefield snapped together as the court snapped to attention. Places, everyone! Windows were shuttered, doors were slammed, large swaths of people emerged from further inside and formed a line near the gates. Tap on your shoulder, one of the scholars. We could use some help in the dressing room if you have a free hand. One of the scholars introduced you as Hop and Skippy, sorted through a large pile of costumes, props, and weapons. Check the tag on it. Make sure I put it together properly. Old farmer, food, and fields. You hand the bundle of farmer's apparel to the first person in line. Unperturbed by the idea of harvesting wheat in the middle of the battle, they whistle as they march out the front gate. See if this one fits anybody. Soldier. Tested the weight of the weapon in her hand. I haven't received any training, so I'm just playing to hit anything that doesn't belong to us. The minimal preparation, scholars consider their work finished. It places our chances of survival somewhere near abysmal, but I'm afraid this is the best we can do. A small mercy, at least. The queen isn't here to witness this. So you wait with the others for the battle to commence. Hello, I must pause you one more time before I take my leave. This is the undo button. Use to change your mind as many times as you wish before starting the battle. The official editorial position of this tooltip is that you're liable to lose no matter how many times you change your mind presently. When you are ready to lose, use the play button to proceed to the battle. Alright. But, should you ever desire the company of your loyal tooltip, all you need to do is click and hold over any button or tile, and I'll do my best to explain it to you. Nice. So what does battle look like? Uh-oh. Sinking ship. Okay. And then, sometime later, the sun hovered low over the horizon. There was a feast within the walls of the court. The man to your right is beside himself with laughter. Our court, caught off guard by a sudden war, stumbled behind enemy lines, made a token attempt to get resistance, was suddenly toppled. Do I have that right? It does appear to be an accurate summary. Well, I'm certainly glad I slept through that. Look at your surroundings, switch flips in your mind. Your own story makes little sense now as you think on it. How did you? Don't worry about it. If our court couldn't withstand physical destruction, we wouldn't last 5 minutes within the pull of the tide. As you narrowly avoid learning, this place is called Titanium Court. I have the honor of being the steward of the court. My name is Puck, although my lovers and enemies call me Goodfellow. Chief advisor and friend eternal to our fair queen. As fancy as it sounds, in practice it means he's unemployed. Scholars, a man named Hop has approached your table. He appears to have had a drink or two or four. Pulls up a seat between the two of you and assumes a jovial posture. Chat, I am going to tap out of this in the interest of getting to more games tonight, but this is really cool. It's very involved. The gameplay is a really interesting mix of, like, strategic match 3 and, I guess, visual novel. And, like, really... You're right before the big reveal? Okay. Queen stood us up, looking for, I'd say, a skip town too if I knew what a sorry showing the court would make. Plus side, we can continue draining our wine cellar. Are you gonna help me with that? Are you gonna stare at me? Stare at the scholar, mouth agape, slowly inhale, pinch his nose. What fools? How drunk are you? The queen is right here. I've been speaking to her for the entire feast. Excited hush falls over the entire hall. See it now. It calls for Her Majesty's finest vintage. No use in denying it now, not after the tale you just told me. If you'd like more proof, just take a look at where you're seated. Slowly take in your surroundings. Now, if I may conclude my introductions, let me introduce the court to your majesty and likewise. Long absent, the queen of Titanium Court, always a stranger, has arrived. Aha! I like the guy that jumped over all this. Good fellow, did you tell her about the war yet? Titanium Court! Chapter 1, a place beloved only of clowns and criminals. And then, a short while after the feast, the court returns to war. You're in charge, you'll be fine. Remember what you've thought. Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, I need to get out of this, but this is super cool. I'm present of the Undertale sort of way I prefer more playing and less visual novel. I mean, that was pretty much the intro. I have to imagine that there is more playing from that point on. But it is very cool. It is very cool. All right, 3 games down. A whole lot to go, chat. Let's see what we got next. An incremental game about placing blocks. I do love incremental games and placing blocks. I watched the trailer. I wasn't expecting the game to be anything like what we got. All right, let's start. Blocks be chaining. Aha. There's a skill tree. 114. Okay. Then I learned from modern board gaming, blocks are underrated. Her noble fat streamer described as one by one Lego block. I'll leave you to understand why. I always appreciate good blocks as adults. Raw value type 0, 1. Well, I don't know what that means. The Rhythm Heaven stage. Ability to crit money. I understand as a gameplay concept. Aha, there we go. Even the new Riven Heaven won't release before my last Nintendo voucher expires. It's a tech demo? No, it's an incremental game. You fill things with blocks to make money, to get bigger spaces to fill with blocks to make more money, and so on and so forth. Skill tree. Increase fill bonus. Ability to crit money. I want to crit money. Double the fill bonus. No stacking allowed. I mean, we have the outline of the shape that we're supposed to be filling. So. Not the most exciting clicker you've ever seen. Multiple free ways to assemble Lego kits digitally on your PC. Oh my god, there's so many things I can fill now. I could be clicking a banana. I could be clicking a cookie. Base action also seems a bit too complex. Yeah, you need to click in specific places, which gets a bit trying. All video games are shallow diversions kind of thing. Just don't see the appeal. I do like incremental clickers if there's something interesting, if there's an interesting framework to hang upon it. This one certainly doesn't start out with one. Increase crit by 15%. Can't say this is interesting. It sure doesn't show anything up front. Yeah. For a demo, that's kind of dangerous, you know? Like Candy Box or XKCD Sandcastle Builder. I think Helper is a passive block placement of some sort. It's 1100. Let's see if I can just get it. Sandcastle game is lunacy. What's that thing on the bottom left of the, this? Hold mode. Probably lets you hold the button to fill in blocks. It costs 41,000. I am fairly confident you're not going to see that one tonight. Unless the helper just absolutely pops off. Okay, I've got enough for Jan Helper. Free speed and block type 2. Okay. Just leave it on the background. The problem is, since I'm playing this on Steam, it won't let me open anything else if this is open. What's the concept behind prestige in idle games anyway? I mean, it's just to make the game last longer. It's just another form of progression. I think we got enough of this. I agree. I agree. Increase. You can straight double the money you earn. Hang on a sec. That's kind of an absurd upgrade. I mean, you just keep doing it too. Number go down, so number go up. Number go up, number go down, number go all around town. You gotta have enough flavor to keep you going, and this hasn't done so far. Yeah, I can't disagree with that assessment, frankly. Okay, yeah, we're done with this one. Goodbye. Was hoping this would get into actually doing something faster. Concept of 100% is questionable. Needs to be a lucky block in a different color that randomly drops. One color, one shape, one sound, and no music or story or anything. Yeah. Yeah. All right, anyway. That was an incremental game. Next up, brace yourselves. All right. Y'all wanted Parasite Eve, but you're actually getting Parasite Mutant. Good clickers should always also be easy to click away from. That's the problem with putting them on Steam. They kind of command your Steam. Retro aesthetic rendering. Oh, you can make everything look blocky. But no, I don't think so. Parasite Eve is great. You know what it really needs? Saber from Fate Stay Night. Yeah, no. Don't need any of that. New games. Press Nyet to view the map. I'm down for we have Parasite Eve at home. Y'all ever read the original novel? No. The thing about incrementals on Steam is that pay one thing helps defend the desire to have microtransactions, that kind of rent-seeking game design. True. True. That was a bit jarring. Because so long as you're okay with the fact the author is very eager to let you know he knows his medical side. Changing to upgrade equipment can increase combat power. Wow. Getting better equipment makes you better, chat. Fall for big equipment's propaganda. Static noise. Nova, the transport aircraft crash. The pilot semi communications have been cut off as well. Self-check. Minor skin abrasion. Nothing serious. Great Sea mission. Retrieve data bank. Continuing mission. You're long dead and the transport ship is completely wrecked. Ammunition! Small med injector. Oh my Jesus! Active time chain. ATC gauge will accumulate continuously in battle upon reaching stage 1. You may use a melee weapon attack by pressing X. Ranged weapon attack by pressing Y. Stage 2, you can use an item or skill by pressing left trigger. Wow, this really is Parasite Eve. Did I just get a gun? Alright. really a grade C mission? Random encounters, okay. Oh god, he's hugging me. Oh god, he's There's someone out there raring to make Vagrant Story at home just as soon as they can figure out how the systems actually work. It's a shame nobody actually knows how those systems work. A true shame that's completely inscrutable. I've leveled up. Actually, I think I wanted to use... Playing stat increases right to left like it's a manga. Ew, what the hell is that? Nice. Can I say it looks really nice in motion? It does. It's extremely well animated. Very fluid, very smooth. I'm taking over by Beehive. Ammo. After 6 months away, I came home and only then realized I'd left the electricity bill unpaid. The hallway lights don't even turn on. On the way back, I kept bracing myself. That bag of meat in the fridge should have rotted in a puddle of nauseating sludge. One whiff when I opened the door, I passed out, but I pulled the fridge open. There was still a bite of cold inside. What's up, Bulwark? Wait, apart, how many games I missed? We're on game number 5, I believe. Chat can recount what we played so far. The meat was black and rancid, dyed with tiny white specks of mold. It was inedible. Hadn't melted. No seep juice, no soft collapses. A hard lump curled in his bag. As if time itself had been pickled. Stranger still, the plastic bulged in one small spot, pressed to the meat's outline, rising and falling slowly. I stared for too long before I realized there was no wind in the kitchen, yet the fridge made a faint tap-tap like someone rapping with a fingernail. I shut the fridge door. My palms were drenched. The power that went out was this house. I don't know why, but it felt like something else never stopped. Weird. Tools. Okay. Ugh. Pretty hard to avoid people in close quarters like this. Not sure how exactly one is expected to mitigate damage in this. Oh, there's severe damage fall off. Not this game's style, that's just a you thing. Oh. Please use security keycard. The full game has more of an introduction as the demo cutting right to the action for the sake of racing. It might be like a classic like vertical slice style of demo. As our captain suddenly ordered to seal the whole block, our security clearance to security guards was lowered, and we can only move around the courtyard. The main entrance of the block has been completely sealed shut. We're not allowed to ask any questions. We can only follow orders. Recently, Ben has been acting suspiciously. He must be planning something. I wonder if I should report this to the captain. What's in the diary? A security key card. Menu, files, Mike's diary. Cool. Radio. Oh, and that lets you save. Okay, well that's perfect. Why don't we go ahead and get out of this one? Seems cool. Seems cool. It's interesting that someone went to the trouble of reviving this particular style of gameplay. I am curious how close it cuts to original Parasite Eve, because it certainly wants to look like it and sound like it and play like it. But that does leave me wondering what does it do that's unique? What does it add that Parasite Eve didn't already establish? So, all right, cool. That was Parasite Mutant. Next up, here we go, chat. The Witch's Bakery. Fun fact, The Witch's Bakery is the largest demo requested tonight. It is 10 gigabytes. And I'm very curious why. I need to know why. The Bitcoin miner. Oh. Maybe really, really pretty art. Super pretty uncompressed art. Oh, Claire de Lune. I love it. New game me, baby. We just gotta have some compression magic or something. Whoa! And here's our street. Phew! Paris is so huge. Yes, I hadn't done that much flying in a while. Me too, I'm starting to get morphing cramps. I can take the luggage if you want. I'm good. It's just up ahead. Holy cannoli. Hello! Oh, hello! Met a couple weeks ago, I remember. The witch and the pink cat. I'm not a cat, though. Exactly, we met when we last came to visit the premises. You made your choice, then? Yes, we decided on here. We're moving in today, actually. That is great news. Welcome, then. Quite eager to have a taste of your delicacies. Probably a few things to tidy up, but if you can come by later in the afternoon, we'll be happy to need you something. Wonderful, I will stop by, but please take all the time you need. Here it is. The boulangerie. Our cute little bakery. Let's go in. I can't wait to put down our stuff. It's gonna be amazing. Perfect. Need witchcraft to make my side braid that thick. Sweet home. Oh, it's dusty. Yeah, a little bit. It's not just us. Look at all those spiders. Haha. Ooh la la. It's a sign that it's a healthy home, like Mom says. She does say that. All right, let's put our things down and get cleaning. You're so hyped. Don't you want to rest for like a minute? I do not. Okay, counter offer. We gotta call Mom to let her know we arrived safe and sound. We're not gonna hear the end of it. You're right, let's do that. And then let's poof this dust away. So a lot of the Ghibli-inspired indies I played, a few of them don't have that. You know, some films like Kiki or Spirited Away selling feel a little hostile at first. The protagonist to know people and progress into cozy. Yeah, a lot of these things that are clearly inspired by that style just go like out and out cozy. And it misses. I think it misses some of the setup and world building by doing that. Yeah, it doesn't have the teeth. Wee baguette. Or should you use elemental magic? You practically did everything. That's why we're a team. Wouldn't say how Ghibli stuff has teeth. Toto is like the reverse. Oh, he's got some big ass teeth though. He just has different kinds of teeth. What do you think? I might want to add a thing or two. I'm sure we can find more cool stuff in shops here. I wish for a bottomless bag. Maybe we can get one from Galdari. He has an entrance to a shop in Paris. Oh fuck, it's that guy. Hang on. Wait a tick. She has a touchscreen register. So this is set in modern times? What's up, Tradon? We are currently on our 6th game of the evening. Chat can recount the others for you, if they feel the need. Red Ponyo has this sort of energy I haven't seen in a while. I should rewatch it. Ponyo, there is definitely conflict in Ponyo. Ponyo can be a bit uncomfortable at times. Totoro doesn't have teeth, but the lead into Cat Bus is surprisingly moody. It gets like there are some heightened emotions at the end of Totoro, to be sure. Upon your dad can be very scary. Very true. Hello, I'm interrupting. No, not at all. Come on in. Thank you for stopping by. This is truly incredible. Just a few hours ago, this place looked completely abandoned. That's my friend Oreo's magic for you. And here I thought I'd seen it all at my age. I hope we can bake something you'll like too. What can I get you? A baguette of Vienna? I can't pronounce that. Oh, I don't want to put more work on you. I see you're still unpacking. Oh no, it's fine. It'll only take a minute. Hang on. Oreo? Yes? Time to bake some happiness. What would you like? If you insist, a baguette for starters will be exquisite. Excellent choice. Can you make some dough? I'll bake that baguette in a whiz. She adjusted her hat and her outfit changed. Fun fact, my neighbor Totoro was originally imagined as a double feature with Grave of the Fireflies. Fucking oof. Perfect time for my atelier's debut. Go this way. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Dough's ready. All yours. Here you go. Wait, so do we not bake things? We just prep things? I assume we're gonna be baking pans of bombs. Oh my, that was spectacular. I hope you'll like it. This will be a delight with my midnight coffee. Oh, by the way, if you don't drink coffee at midnight, what the fuck is wrong with you? Feel free to stop by the cinema across the street whenever you want. I will give you a discount. A cinema? Why? How? Look at that fucking cat, man. Look at that fucking cat. Cat has elemental magic. I am the owner. My name is Herve Martine. Oh, thank you. That's really nice of you. Bo, my pleasure. I will not keep you any longer. Take your time to settle. Hats should all come with croissants. Thank you for stopping by. We'll always have a fresh baguette for you. I feel spoiled. Next time I might try your pain au chocolat too. Ha ha ha. I'll tell the whole neighborhood about you. You can count on me. Bonsoir. He's so nice. Pain au chocolat, he said. It sounds so weird. That's how people call it chocolatine here. Do we have to call it that? I'd rather say chocolatine like normal. We should say it the right way, cat. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. We're in Paris, though, so you do as the Parisians do, dipshit. You get my point. Come on, we still have a lot to do. Everything's gotta be perfect for tomorrow. Damn! Jesus Christ! What a day! Crazy to think that just this morning we were still in Angoulême? Angoulême? Can't believe we're finally here. That's where we'll live now. It feels so special. I can imagine, even way back when we met, you were always talking about coming here. Tomorrow's our first day. Are you nervous? Yes, a little bit. I wonder what kind of people we'll meet here. I hope they'll like my bread. Ah, what if nobody comes? Then people will come, even just to see a witch. I hope they come for my bread, too. Not what I meant. Of course, they'll come for your bread, too. Everything's gonna be fine, don't worry. And I'm here to help, too. I got you. I know. Thank you, Oreo. Do we have an actual interface here? Admire. That is glorious. Let's get to bed. Well, I'm beat. Melted. Needed. I'll sleep like a... I can't pronounce that. A nudie bowl? Tomorrow we'll get up full of energy. The grand opening of Le Croissant de Lune. And then it will start a very Parisian adventure. Old friend. Exclamation point. Up, up, up. Today's the day. Come on, Oreo. The sun's shining. Birds are chirping. It's morning. Yeah, I'm coming. Let's go. Let's go. Boy, she's hyped. Oh my god. Even his name is Ohio. Alright, okay. Whew. It's your moment, Loon. Okay, I'm up. Well, hey, morning, partner. Fancy seeing you here. Yeah, her braid is bread. Her hair is bread. Everything is bread. Good to see you so energized. You're ready? I'm so ready. Gotta prepare some joy dough before people come in. Work your magic. I'm all set. Yay. The Croissant de Lune is in business. Clients arrive when they order. You must serve them before their patience run out or they'll leave. Oreo bakes the orders while you prepare the dough and serve the items. Keep an eye on your available dough and make more during the downtime between rush hours. Up to 3 items at a time. Pick the wrong item, you feed it to Oreo to give them a temporary production boost. That's cool. All right, already. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonne journée. Voilà pour vous. Bonne journée.
Voila. Oh, she wants the chocolate.
Bonne journée. Et voilà. Bonne journée. Bonjour. Et voilà.
Everyone's chocolate croissants. Yeah, big same.
Bonne journée. Et voilà.
Romancer wants one of everything. Damn.
Bonne
Second, there's a
journée.
weird English thing to call them croissants because croissants are supposed to be crescents. We did it! I gained no experience. I have learned nothing. It was a great day. I didn't expect to be so busy on the first day. It's just the beginning. Imagine when all of Paris will know about us. Might need to hire if that happens. Can't get more companions, apparently. Head empty, tummy full of bread. Guessing Monsieur Martin told the whole neighborhood about us. Made 15 euros for the whole day. Thanks, Obama. Thank you when we can. Yes! For now, big props on our first day. Yay! Happy dance. Oreo and Loon perform a few synchronized moves that culminate into a high five. I've learned nothing, me, every day. Might need to decorate a bit more with more people coming. Don't get me started. I want to buy a ton of... Wait. We have to get something first. Guessing bottomless bag? Practical thinking. Bottomless bag, more decorations. Galdari must have one in his magical shop. We just need to find him. I think I remember where he's hiding. Let's go. Let's ask Goggles. Aha, okay. Oh, you can just fast travel places. Wow, it's so pretty. It really looks like a secret passage. Look at all these cute shops and antiques. The perfect neighborhood for Galdari, indeed. Hold up, Goggle Merps. Have to look around. Okay. That looks like a coffee shop. Hey, it's those stars that hang around Galdari all the time. Right, they're twinkles. Hey, hello. Could you show us the way, Monsieur Galdari, please? Why is nobody seeing the twinklies? They don't seem to react to them. Probably under a veil spell. Only mages can see them. They're not supposed to wander around on Earth, so they have to stay hidden. Bet it's easier to cast a veil on them rather than tell them not to wander around. Hey, wait! They disappeared. Let's hear for some reason. There might be a clue. Wait a minute. Gasp! Shock! There he is. Galdari is a sneaky one. We haven't seen it in a while now that I think about it. When he scolds for moving one of his vinyl by like 2 centimeters. I seem to recall that you moved that vinyl, but I must be remembering. Oh, what? Welcome to Dans La Toile. I've been expecting you, little bugs. Hello, Monsieur Galdari. Hello, dear Loon. Graduate witch you are now. By my webs, how time flies. Professor Oreo has not been causing you any undue difficulty on your journey? Hey, they've been the best. We make a great team. Really? I'm enchanted to hear that. Serene look. Monsieur Galdari has a sip from a teacup held in one of his hands. What a delight. Fujian white tea. How exquisite for this reunion. My web's told of your recent nesting in Paris? You know everything as always. We've opened our bakery just today. Oh, I foresee many challenging emotions arising with your sweet abode. Be vigilant, my dear Loon. Mages of heart can easily lose their way. The actual fuck is Galdari? Giant spider. Giant, adorable spider. Not a schoolgirl anymore. I can handle myself just fine. Graduation does not shield one from mistakes. They did refer to Oreo as they, so highly likely to be non-binary. However, may possess a few accessories that can prove helpful on your way. Non-binary, non-cat. Literally me. For real, for real. For you, you were in search of a bottomless bag, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes it's scary that you know stuff like that. Bottomless bag. Yeah, we can buy anything we want now. Only bankruptcy could stop us. Yikes. Hey, don't, what? I'm okay, all's good. Break it, you bought it. I'm well aware of what you've broken. I'm most displeased. I warned you this morning you'd be tasked with copying the Anthology of Magic. Oh no, please not again. It's a tiny doodad. There are no doodads here, young grasshopper. Wait, you're dear Luna Oreo, allow me to introduce young Mirembe, who's currently undertaking her apprenticeship under my supervision. And my string's brittle. She is a little too energetic for my collection. Hello, bonjour. Oh, wow, more for they your associate. Heart mages are so lucky. I want an associate too. You're the witch who makes croissants for feelings, right? How does it work? Is it tiring, exhausting? Are you seeing emotions like right now? Please hold on, little grasshopper. Not all questions at once. Tidying up to do. When Irma is on the left side of the conversation, she just flipped and her button reads backwards. Yeah. Just open my bakery in Montmartre. You can come whenever. We can chat as much as you want anytime. Yay, where is it? I just can't wait to see your magic. Taste what you make. Sure thing. I'll text you the address. Yeah, what's up? Hey, yo, it's me. Sweet, I'll come by tomorrow. Not so fast, young caterpillar. You must be forgetting something. I expect you to rectify your blunders before you're permitted to flutter about. 'Twas just a teeny tiny doodad. There are no doodads here. Don't worry, we're open every day except for Sunday. See, nobody does anything on Sunday, chat. It's perfectly normal. You on Sunday, we can hang around. Ever since I got amongst your doodadry's webs. Doodadry? Are you being humorous? I have many books, the transcription of which would instruct you, should you wish. Bleh. Little butterfly, she's quite the storm. She looks like fun. Relentless, always engaged in some activity. There's something driving her, that grasshopper. Leave you to it then. Off to buy decorations and sell some tidying up to do at the bakery. Cool. Alright. I'm afraid I must leave this one here so that we may proceed on to further games. But Jesus Christ, this game is pretty. Like, hands down the prettiest thing we played all night. And I have a hard time believing anything can top this aesthetic. It is... I mean, it's not just how well it mimics Ghibli, but also just like the level of care and attention given to everything. Like, the artists behind this are insanely talented. Not that I need to tell you that, but yeah. Yeah, they're not just trying to do an imitation, they're trying to build something that has a similar level of charm and just engrossing beauty. Anyway, that was the Witch's Bakery. Moving on to, here we go. Dino Blade. Dino Blade. It's exactly what it says it is, chat. There are no surprises here. It's a dinosaur with a sword. Earth was used as a battlefield for warriors long before dinosaurs existed. Not the song I was expecting on the title screen. Not at all the song I was expecting on the title screen. Yes, I want to start a new game. When flesh failed, we bound ourselves to the blade. Dinosaurs. Wait, that guy. Oh my lord. Jesus Christ. So apparently that's us. Oh my god, it has fucking Dark Souls bonfires. Hi.
Such fragile body, yet still clinging on to life.
Seen this on Instagram for years now.
Step forward if you wish to live.
Oh my god, that was sudden. Alright. Hold left button to block. Timer block right before the attack to deflect. Blocking consumes stamina while all time deflect restores both stamina and resonance. Jesus Christ. Finally, you're the oversized Dark Souls boss. Oh, Jesus. Flying and tank consumes stamina. Okay. We had a pretty fucking cool ass combo. You need a headbang to complete the experience. That's dramatic. Okay, good. Friends to toggle. You need to put on wigs so you can do some windmills. I'd like to see the return of the headphone safe hat list. Elder to run, I don't like that. At least it's a toggle. I don't think there's anything important behind the waterfall chat. Disappointing. Trying to put important buttons on the sticks. I mean, this looks like the only place you can go. What am I missing here? One PS2 ass waterfall. This is Dino Blade, yeah. Except now I don't know what to do. Oh. I got turned around somehow. Why is the blade on fire? Why wouldn't it be? What a ridiculous question. Why does it make so much sense as dinos? Because if dinos could have used tools, I fully believe the first tools they would have mastered would have been, like, killing instruments. Left to channel your power, release early, send a swift blade of energy, or hold a full charge for a devastating strike at the cost of 5 resonance. I don't think that was so bad. While you're studying paleontology, I was mastering the blade. Carrying in this game is really hard. Either I have no instincts for it, or it's just really, really prohibitively difficult here. Had a rough week, but I feel so happy and light today. Okay. It's a dinosaur with a sword. I think we get the idea. I am going to move on to our next game. That was a photo mode, nice. If dinosaurs invented anything, it would have been a freaking meteor repellent. Thank y'all. Thank you, Rubato. Thank you, Witch's Bakery. Thank you, Dino. Truly, truly the least we can do. All right, what's next? Result is Dino Blade. All right, next game on here. Zero parades for dead spies. Part of me feels like I should preface this one. Maybe I won't. Let's just jump into this one, and then we can talk about it. I think of something else to do. We look at Alabaster Dawn once before. We did. Yeah, I am personally very excited for Alabaster Dawn. I like Crosscode, but like Crosscode is not really the structure of game that I'm looking for out of that style. But Alabaster Dawn absolutely is. Very, very much is. All right, let us continue. All right, new game. What kind of spy are you? One with numbers. Excel in physical conditioning, applied violence, emotions thwart you. Iron Maiden, emotionally illiterate pattern noticer. Engineer the human soul, spiritually vast, mentally undeveloped. Baseline biped, neighborhood darling, cognitive lightweight. Cognitive powers make it for your frail body, a big brain, and a glass jar. Usually bruised, would meet again. Human calculator. I'm going to take analytical. Raise an action skill to train your body and its impulses. What do we have here? Coordination, doppelgang. When you must do more than a single you could, summon your internal strength. Instincts, the uncontrolled aspects of your physicality, unleash raw impulses. Perception of the phenomenal world. Shadow play. Let's see. I will do sensors. Oh, there it goes. Okay. That took a second. We didn't look at Alabaster Dawn earlier tonight. We looked at it during a previous NextFest. All right. Blueprints. Your understanding of the city. Overread. Read the room and act for anyone else. Stay on target. Understand what motivates people. Intimidate others. Do cold read. Yeah, okay, so I'll go ahead and talk about it. Obviously, there was a lot of drama and fallout over what happened to Zaum and some of the key figures behind Disco Elysium being pushed out of the studio. I have read up on everything that happened, and it is messier than you could possibly imagine, with no real clear answers. And if you don't believe me, there are currently, by my understanding, 4 or 5 spiritual successors to Disco Elysium being worked on by that many studios, because that's how many directions the people who worked on the original went in. So ultimately, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what happened. It sounds really shitty. But at this point, I'm willing to face this game on its merits and see if it's actually worth our time or not. Gain insight from elsewhere. Deductive reasoning. Ability to see and express what others can't. Tally facts and memories. Make system machines bend your will. I'm gonna go with gray matter. I'd like if we get 4 to 5 more Disco Elysiums. I mean, understand, it's the game industry. The majority of those will never see the light of day. This game right here may not see the light of day for all we know. The beginning of the war will be secret. Yeah, this game is being made by the people. This game is being made by the people left behind at Zaum after everything fell apart. So, I want to do a spy.
She was brilliant, erratic, cursed, an anti-personnel mine in human form.
Tell me about her.
Her friends called her Herschel, but for her controllers, she was Cascade.
Your name and your cryptonym. A dead limb twitches.
Was she good at her job at least?
She made the cardinal error of her kind. She mistook her assets for friends. In the end, the contradictions caught up with her.
Got the she stuff, that's me.
It is, and was. Portofino 91, the whole sick crew. A disaster untold, the black page in the official records.
Anxiety raised.
The memory hums, an exposed wire.
My greatest failure, let's stew in it.
Reports of how it went down remain contested, inconclusive. All that's certain, it began with a phone call and ended with 6 spies lost.
We were set up, dark forces conspiring.
Some say she blew the network herself. Others blame structural factors or transnational capital. The rest just shake their heads as they look down on the smashed and leaking world.
See if you games crib this UI now, but I'd like to see them crib more of the ideas and stylishes. No, I agree. There are definitely a number of games out there unrelated to Zoom and the creators of Disco Elysium who are aping the style, like the interface style, the structure of Disco Elysium without the same narrative or writing insight. The world, how did it get that way?
Some fool dropped it. One of ours, probably.
About Cascade, what happened after 91?
She was recalled. They put her in the freezer. Forever, most thought.
More anxiety. They were wrong.
Even in those dark days, there were whispers among the lower sub-levels, where they keep the true believers. Don't count Cascade out.
Disco Elysium is a high bar. It is.
5 years passed. A little more of the world leaked out of itself. Cascade's controllers ordered her back to Portofino.
And I mean, if you are aping its style, you are inviting comparison. And it's very much a you come at the king, you best not miss sort of thing. Really itching to make a game these days. I mean, you've got more options now than ever before. More engines, more tutorials, more guides. Get in there and make it happen. It couldn't keep me down. I was too cool to keep off the spy scene.
It wasn't the scene. It was me.
More anxiety.
There's a new assignment, Cascade. I was supposed to give you the brief.
Who'd you say you were?
No one special. Just an arm-like sack of cytoplasm, a special move unique to single-cell organisms.
So I made a couple clones of Type Help in just a month or so, and they're super fun.
But before that, I was like you, a spy for the People's Republics. One of the varieties of mankind.
I'm here, where are you?
Right here. In an armchair in a safe house above a 24-hour photo shop. In the city-state of Portofino. This is a dangerous place, Cascade. I should never have come.
Anxiety's going crazy here. Why, what happened to you?
I got caught with my pants down. On the plus side, I no longer have to worry about the independent thought or movement.
This was the human game, And he played it poorly. Time to give up his seat.
Hold on, how are we talking right now?
We're not. This is all you. Conversing with your own mental projections, reconciling the dissonance inherent to your role, like you were trained to do.
So, like Disco Elysium, all of those stats that we were deciding what to put points into are essentially characters within our head. And they're going to talk to us and berate us and offer suggestions
Just
and
one
distract
of the
us.
neat tricks you've learned to keep yourself alive in theatre. There are many others still to come.
What's your perspective?
Life is beautiful, cruel, full of hidden cues that I missed. Maybe next time.
So we're never gonna know each other.
Don't blame yourself, operant. Whatever happens has already happened.
It was like this when you came in.
Splayed on the chair before you is a man, approximately mid-30s. His chest rises and falls in steady rhythm as he stares beyond you, unblinking. Alive, yet not alive.
Your spy for the Operant Bureau is assigned a partner. They're double. This man was meant to be yours.
A pair of headphones have slipped partway off his head, connected to a stereo system beside him.
Hello? Pseudopod?
No response. His eyes are still fixed glassily on the ceiling.
More anxiety.
The pupils quiver like a failing heartbeat.
Hey, why aren't you talking anymore? Been like this since you walked in. Anything to the contrary should be marked down as a grip on reality type problem. The ceiling.
Cream paint, peeling slightly. A small room in a city past its prime. Nothing to suggest why the man is so interested in it.
Touch his arm.
You get no response. No flinch. No twitch.
Film is monochrome and silent. The only soundtrack is the low hum of the projector as the celluloid rushes from its spool.
As you stare down at him, the man begins to draw.
The voiceover is not actually matching the dialogue in places. And some of the VO is actually missing too. Size. Green of long corroded copper. There's charged empty space behind them like a room that someone has left for the last time. The face around the eyes, his jaw hangs slack, his glasses askew. The lopsided headphones accentuate a large bald spot atop his crown.
Horn-rimmed glasses, impeccably dialectical, more commonly found on book sleeve portraits of men decades his senior.
Rub its bald spot for luck.
Highly pleasing rubbability.
Status gained, feeling lucky. That he is clothes.
Stiff collared shirt, a snug brown jacket, and nothing below the waist but a pair of red briefs.
Oh yeah, he's not wearing any pants. White spindles of leg hits your vision like a pair of flashbangs. Mayday, visuals lost, visuals lost. Maybe this is how man reclines these days.
And to think, your superiors expected you both to share this enclosed space with tendencies like this.
Does your bald spot contain luck? Have you tested it yet? If it does, it doesn't work for me. Your eyes reach his feet. You notice the man is also wearing 3 layers of socks, each slightly shorter than the one beneath it. For some reason, this detail strikes you as very sad. Maybe overheated and had to lose the trousers to compensate. Heat coma. One possible but very unlikely cause of his current condition. Check the area around him.
There is no smell of alcohol, nor any open containers. No drug paraphernalia either. Just a loose cord trailing to the stereo system. Like a cosmonaut's safety tether.
Check his vitals.
Your fingers detect a low, steady hum where jaw meets neck. Elevated, but not critical. When in theatre, an operant must always prepare to be assassinated. Of course, it is better not to be killed.
But he's not dead yet.
Then the body is disobedient
Jesus.
and must be brought to order. The man's eyes glisten. Bright red veins blossom around their edges.
Anxiety limit reached, status gained, anxious. Around us, dark forces are pursuing deeper schemes than being set up. So you walk right into it. These forces are in terrible motion, gliding like spirits across your plane of understanding.
However he ended up like this, the result is the same. Operant down.
For as long as he lies here dead dreaming in a strange city, you are the final friend he has. Search him for clues.
Clipped to the inside flap of his jacket, you find a laminated badge, emblazoned with the crest of the Import-Export Bureau of the People's Republic of Kohila. The name reads Esteman T. Below that, a title, Imports Lead. Sock Merchant, one of the opera's most battle-tested covers.
Whoa, hold up. Lead?
That's what the badge says. This is only a cover, but such phantoms often mimic the Operant Bureau's actual hierarchies.
Suppose I did fuck it in the official parlance. No, in the official parlance, you redacted, then you redacted, but not before redacted and redacted. Socks, extremely soft core. Reliable core, though operants are encouraged to submit new proposals for in-theater practices, if so inclined. Anything else in his pockets? Other things to note: a slip of paper, business card, and a rock-hard piece of candy. Slip of paper. Purchase order for 10 socks made out to Carmuna Pessoa Fashions and Garments Bootleg Bazaar. No coordinates found. Some kind of marketplace, not one you've ever been to. Must be assignment adjacent. Good place to start. You're only one currently. Decommissioned Double has been making contact using his cover. What it says about the reason you're here remains less clear. Not a real order. It's a sympathy order. He obviously made an impression on this Carmuna. Slip of paper grows heavy in your hand. It feels like a baton. Pseudopod's obligations are now yours. You owe this woman 5 pairs of socks. Business card. Card's cheap and scuffed. It reads, all you need is miracle above a cartoonish image of disembodied lips and phone receiver.
Notably absent is an actual phone number.
Turn the card over. Other side of this indecipherable scribble, whatever is written seems to be getting with a D. Not
Into
D.
your pocket it goes.
Sensuous business card. Yum yum candy. Old school heavy duty. Sure, eat it. Takes 5 jaw tenses before you manage to shatter it. Sugary daggers jab the inside of your mouth. Delirium raised by 1. Looks like we have fatigue, anxiety, and... Yep, fatigue, anxiety, and delirium. Tongue's glass-dusted carpet, your inner cheek bloodied ribbons. The flavor is nothing like cola, deeply unpleasant. Just like I remember, keep chewing. Humor game attempts to chew it. Takes all the will you possess. Swallow the jagged claws. Aftertaste contaminates your mouth. Enough rifling. I'm a brief
Not
man.
even a flicker of a response. The people's spy cannot be caught shirking. Time to escalate.
Statehood, demand your assignment. At least a 6 with 2 dice. Red check, you can't retry it. Let's do it. Jesus. Owned it.
Your double has deserted the track before the starting gun. Will you stand for it?
That's completely different from what's written here. I'll use a few words. I'll even take the gist.
Pathetic.
Wait, him or me?
Both.
Not really the answer I was looking for. Come on, I know it's in there. He rocks gently, giving away nothing. Stand him up.
The man's breath gargles softly in his throat as you yank him upwards.
Oh, there was something else she was going to say. Look, Pseudopod, I'm sorry about this, but I need to know what we're doing here. Ugh. His head lolls on his neck hinge. If you didn't know better, you'd say his deserted eyes seem to be urging you in the direction of the bathroom. Pat on the cheek, that's more like it. Giving there's no gain, losing there's no deficit. Always the unassigned assignment is yours alone. Do what I can for you. The air in the room is dead weight heavy. Okay. Let's see. Mid-range stereo systems set to standby mode. Familiar flash of red catches your eye.
This small table has been turned into a makeshift desk. A startlingly red folder stands out against the clutter.
I always like this word pseudopod. I don't know about using it as a moniker.
In the Operant Bureau's elaborate filing system, red is reserved for personnel files.
I want to say this. I know we're on the first screen, we're in the first interaction, but like Disco Elysium, and this is a fair comparison because it's from the same studio and they're selling it on the strengths of Disco Elysium. Okay. The first scene in Disco Elysium is brilliant. It is intense. It is deeply meaningful. It really sets the stage for the entire game. And the brilliance of the writing comes out right at the beginning. Like there is just some incredible humor and insight. I'm not getting that from this. This really feels like somebody trying to mimic Disco Elysium's style without, and I really don't want to be this mean, but without the talent to do so. They said Disco must be dead. So yeah, if you will forgive me, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this so we can look at a few more games tonight. I may play more of this in my own time, but I mean, the thing about Disco Elysium is the entire game is the writing. And if the writing isn't absolutely brilliant and deeply engaging, I don't really know what we're doing here, frankly. Honestly, I've been losing patience with this kind of game. I love reading. I don't always want to put a novel between myself and diversion or goal. You know, honestly, big same. I have played a number of games where there is just too much talking. There's too much to follow. I will make an exception for Disco Elysium specifically because every conversation and every analysis is something to look forward to because the writing is so good. If it is not that good, it gets exhausting. It does. And this is already exhausting. So yeah. Disco Elysium, I'd say the novels. Yes. What fleshes out other RPGs, the character progression, the combat systems, the exploration, all of that. The writing in Disco Elysium basically handles all of that. I mean, there is some cool stuff in the character progression system and exploring the town, but God, the dialogue carries the entire game, like hands down. There's so many unique aspects to it. One of the coolest things I remember is you enter into a conversation with a character that straight up has all the hallmarks of a boss fight, except it is dialogue. Like you can just tell from the way that it is set up, from the way that you approach it, from the initial descriptions of the situation, that what's about to go down is extremely important and is like a turning point in the game. Like, and I've never in my life had a dialogue in a video game that felt like a boss fight, and yet this it was right there. So, yeah. I don't know if you guys played Slay the Princess. I also enjoyed that more than I expected. Chat has been after me for several years at this point, trying to get me to Slay the Princess, and I just haven't really had a good opportunity. Haven't been in the right headspace or had the time for it. So, next game, here we go. Maybe we'll take a quick look at this, especially if it is the same demo as before. I think Slay the Princess is one you enjoy more on your own. Everyone keeps talking about this disco game. Maybe I should give it a go. I will say, without the slightest hint of hyperbole or exaggeration, I do believe that Disco Elysium is the best written game I've ever played in my life. It is the peak. It is what all other narrative driven games aspire to be, in my opinion. Do I actually have the option to continue here? Oh, I do, because it's the same demo. I'm sorry, it's a lot better than Playscape. It is. Yeah. Planescape is extremely well written for a video game. Disco Elysium is just like once in a generation well written. They are not equivalent. All right, there is melee in this. Well, as I was thinking about what game to start tomorrow, I'm going to be home by myself. Maybe I should finally get in Disco Elysium. I mean, I would hardly encourage it. I mean, obviously, it's not an anytime game. You know, it is not a game that I would recommend without any sort of qualifications. You got to be in the mood for a lot of reading, a lot of reading. So, but if you're in the mood for a lot of reading, it is probably the most gratifying and engaging reading you can do in all of gaming. Oh, we finally made it to our village. Hello. Anyone? Wait, wasn't the thing like this girl was like preserved in something for like a super long time, and she was looking for her village, which has just been like, it's been gone for decades or centuries or something now. I don't understand. What's going on, Cabbage? Is everyone still in the shelters? Yes, and we have a spiritual capybara as our sidekick. Where are the gods? I still don't know, I'm sorry. How? Wasn't it the gods who sent you? Place you at that shelter? Yes, but still they're silent. Was this your village? No, it's further on. There should be a shelter near there too. Let's hurry. Path to the west seems to be blocked off. We need to head south. See, I mentioned this the last time I played Alabaster Dawn. I like Crosscode. Crosscode is very pretty. Crosscode is very engaging. It's well written. But it's posed as a virtual MMO. You're basically playing an RPG through the medium of a fake MMO. And for me, it captures that whole MMO motif too well. Because I don't want to play MMOs anymore. I'm kind of over them. And the amount of like collecting random junk and doing stuff for your guild and whatnot not in Crosscode kind of turns me off of it. So I am insanely excited for this game because it's just a straight RPG. It doesn't have that whole, at least it doesn't seem to have that whole MMO framing device around it. Love Crosscode. The puzzles got too much for you at mid-game. Green patch. Guess a bad time to mention the new dot hack has me wonder if it's the old ones. Must be divine. It is. That's what they call a waste sprout. You can stop by here whenever you feel beaten up. Take short rest. Short rest to replenish your health and healing bulbs. Okay. I had to respect a joke the game does with those bouncy puzzles in the final dungeon. How long is Crosscode? Like, it's a long-ass game, right? Justin Brett, how long did it take for you to beat it? Looks a bit tricky. You know what to do? I can handle it. Oh, you have shielding too. How long beat says Crosscode is around 36 hours? Go down a while and may have been spending some of it idling. Actually, I don't know what to do. Most side quests have actual content to them too. You shoot them from a lower platform. I can't. Oh, there we go. I was having trouble finding my gun again. I forgot it was just right stick. These wasps. Combat and movement in these games is so fluid too. The world clearly has no need for bigger wasps. 30 feels like pretty typical JRPG length to you. 20 below is on the shorter end, 15 above is on the longer end. Sometimes how long to beat is way off. It is, yeah. Sometimes it is. Healing plant. Bridge is broken. I'll find another way across the river. I forget, can you save anywhere, or you can? Okay. I'm gonna bounce out of here. I just wanted to give you all a quick refresher on this one. I remember how to get out of here. Oh, title screen. Main extras on how long to beat is usually close to your playtime. Completion is gonna be insane, and main is definitely under. All right. Let's see here what we got. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, okay. So we're at least gonna get halfway through this list tonight, chat, which I'm very happy about. That was my main goal. I at least wanted to get 10 games done. And we're about to do our 10th one now. So let's do that, see how we're feeling. Maybe I can nudge things over the halfway point. But first of all... Crawling Angels. Looks creepy. I think this is another, like, super weird, surrealist one. Dragon Quest 9 was like main story, 47 hours completionist, 699 hours. Count completion is beating every possible random dungeon for the Diablo style co-op multiplayer side. Can we? Guess that's what we got to work with. Okay, I can work with this. Be fair, Dragon Quest 9 is an accolade for have 500 hours of playtime, an accolade for have 500 hours of co-op playtime. Jesus.
Poor little Jacob. Through blotted clouds of memory, I recall the wail of that cruel black train. I wish I remembered only the agony of that night. But alas, I recall such joy.
Chimkin. What's this? Tontine. Yeah.
Little Jacob, is there any way I can help?
Where am I?
Why, you're at Heaven's Gate Carnival, of course. Where children are whisked away to play wonderful games in the hours of the night. Do you not remember boarding the train? You haven't been here long, little Jacob.
Game is like when I ate too much cheese before going to bed.
You and your friends just arrived.
I think I remember the train. Who are you again?
Why, I am your uncle, Tontine. Not by blood, of course. I am the proprietor of these games. Little Connor, Brett, Michael, and Myrtle came with you all from the township of Wilcox.
Can't reminds me what's it called, the one I played yet. Disco Elysium.
Why,
Myrtle's
yes,
here?
little Jacob, of course she is. Tell you what, little Jacob, take my 2 cents.
Hands you 2 small coins.
And go buy yourself some tools to play some more with the Forever Chicken. It's a wonderful game, and it's meant just for you.
The forever chicken?
Solve some riddles.
What is this?
Enjoy the night while it lasts. When you tire, you shall return home at your own discretion.
Doesn't sound good for the chicken.
Have fun, little Jacob.
Hammer to the head. Well, here's some tools. Oh, I got eggs. I'm not gonna watch that. Get head to bed. Get some sleep tonight. Sure, some user interfacing. Oh, it's like a stuffed chicken? Like a robot chicken or something? Tontine is a betting thing where a group of people all put some money in a pot and whoever dies last gets to keep it. Now what? Oh, you get to talk to people. Hey Connor, how? It's awesome. This place is the biggest church and a million more times more fun. I love the music. I never heard music like that. I saw some people playing a game with dice. I thought only adults could play card and dice games. Oh yeah, Mr. Tontine gave me these paper notes. Slap, boom, mind blower, walking on something. They're like a puzzle, but I don't really care about them. I'm taking I'm gonna go play cards like my dad. Okay. So weird having to wear these hoods while inside. Jacob, do you think this place has something to do with the clan boys? What? No. Yeah, when my daddy said about his friends, I thought the clan were more serious than this. Maybe all hood costumes sort of just look like that? Your dad has friends in the clan? Duh, of course he does. He's my dad. Yikes. There's someone in there and I have no idea if it's you or not. What a weird rule. Tontine came up to me and gave me these weird little papers. Embarrassment, chicken, sheriff, something. What is even happening? I don't know. I don't know. This is a very weird game. About as weird as it gets. There she is, panic flashes through you. Isn't this place so incredible? Uncle Tontine showed me these funny long dogs. You could feed them little treats and they would get longer. I didn't know there was anything like that in the whole wide world. That sounds... Yeah, look at these like mystery riddles. I think Uncle Tontine called them charades. Say I could give them to you or the other kids if I couldn't figure them out. I wonder if they tell you where treasure is or something. Figure some of them out, let me know. Okay, I'll try to figure them out. So okay, I think this game, I'm good here, but I think this game is like Happy Room or those like kind of physics chaos games where you like do terrible things to little people, but with like a really weird, macabre, surrealist story stretched over it. This is like homaging the old African American blend of folklores, maybe, I don't know. It's a peculiar one to be sure, but I think I've reached my my limit for weirdness for the night. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of this, and I'm gonna say let's talk about let's review, shall we? Let's put on a little music. Let's wind down for the evening because we did what I wanted to do. We did about as well as I had hoped to do. Which is we got through half the games on the list. We made it through 10 games. We did Dungeons of Dusk, which takes Dusk and reimagines it as a dungeon crawler. That was pretty cool. We did Rubato, which was surreal and bizarre and entertaining. We did, I'm trying to remember the order we did these in. We did Titanium Court, which was another really weird one, a combination of like match 3 and strategy and some visual noveling. We did an incremental game about placing blocks, which is exactly what it says on the tin. We did Parasite Mutant, which wants to be Parasite Eve so badly, it even stole its admittedly kind of crappy combat system. We played Dino Blade, again, exactly what it says on the tin. You're a dinosaur, you got a blade, go mix some shit up. And then from there, what order we do things in? Was it Witch's Bakery? After that, super cute, super charming. You run a bakery in Paris. It's kiki as all hell. Zero Parades for Dead Spies is wearing the skin, wearing the auspices of Disco Elysium, but I'm not sold on its ability to actually capture that similar magic. Alabaster Dawn we played before, so we know what's there. And then Crawling Angels, I mean, your guess is as good as mine, really. So, what was the most entertaining game of the evening, chat? Which were you most taken with? What would be your pick? Witch's Bakery is definitely your fave. Rubato's your fave. Witch's Bakery is close. Titanium Court was your favorite. Rubato. Term 2, Witch's Bakery, and Dino Blade. Blocks, clearly. Rubato, I guess. Witch's Bakery. Say Witch's Bakery, but Rubato was also cool. Give Dino Blade a nod. I liked and disliked a lot evenly. I don't know. Rubato. Dino Blade, I'm sure it's for some one person, isn't me. Pre-torn, some of them look neat. I don't know that I'd play them. I've seen the last 5 games from those. Is Witch's Bakery for you? Oh, that's not the button I wanted. Let me see here. Let me see something here, just a sec. There we go. Aha. Who nominated Rubato, by the way? Genuinely kind of curious because great pick. That game is cool. So let's decide on the winner first, and then I will let you know. Well, okay. Or, yeah. That does kind of color the decision-making process, doesn't it? Okay, chat. Let's narrow it down. And you know what? You know what? You know what? Oh no, the vote is biased. Vote your hearts. I tell you what, I'm going to put this one to an actual vote because I'm really just about as torn as y'all are. So I'm gonna let y'all decide democratically what the winner of tonight is. I'll run this for, you got 3 minutes. There you go. It's a poll, chat. Democratic vote or oligarchical vote? I am only ever Democratic here. We're gonna tie this, aren't we? You better not. I'm going to warn you, you better not. Not this time. You have been officially warned, chat. Don't tie this one. You don't even need to try, it just happens naturally. The one I would have settled on wasn't the poll, but I did vote. Did you do that once, put things in Dragon Coins without a limit? Oh god, that was years ago, wasn't it? Yeah, just letting people buy votes like that. It was worth experimenting with, at least. Mm-hmm. Down any possibility, both games kick ass. Just give it to Frog. The actual problem with it was not that it was unfair that they drowned it. No, it was definitely unfair, but yeah, the knock-on effect was that it absolutely just filled chat because as far as I know, there's no way to turn off like chat notifications that channel point things are happening. There can be more than one actual problem. Around Twitch polls that we can see the standing. I think up against Frog is I definitely won't be able to play yourself. Those games are extremely cool as fuck. Problem with Frog is I have no idea what any of the story or toilets had to do with the gameplay. I voted early, not my fault. Alright, so because y'all are y'all, I'm gonna have to split this one. Peach, I did notice, like, you're not in the VIP list, which is how I keep track of who has won these things. So, well, you get to be VIP now. I'm not sure. Oh, it does show up now. Okay, cool. So there it is. No, it's not because of the founder's badge. I'm wondering if maybe you won before like, far enough back that it was before I started giving out VIP for it or something. It's been so long, I don't know how the timeline works anymore. I don't know if there was a time before I was giving out VIP for winning wheels or something. Beats me. But anyway, you can be VIP. And then I will talk to Bassie at some point about their fabulous prize, because Bassie was the one who picked Rubato. 1000 X Resist was a playthrough I won? Huh, okay. That might have been for something else. That might have been for something else. Got too important, caused an importance overflow. Good hustle out there, demo selectors. Did we play the game more than one person nominated? Yes, we did. That was 0 points. Rubato wasn't bad, Witch's Bakery was something special. I think they both were, honestly. I was unprepared to pick a winner between the two of them myself. So. I think I don't think I have, despite illusions to the contrary, I don't think I have quite the same weakness to like the cutesy Ghibli vibes that a lot of people do. I am more interested in the gameplay experience, and Rubato is a really cool platformer on top of all the like weird stylish bullshit going on in that. Yeah, it has an artistic angle, not just wacky. I really like the character designs in it. That was pretty cool. A little sad nobody went with 868 and back. Well. Sometimes you have to be the change you want to see in the world. Definitely a game would be too hard for you. It would be fun to watch. Well, Bakery is one you'd play. I'm also discovering, chat, because of you all, I have a lot of these now. Like, hang on a sec. I want to see. Is there a tag for like? No, I feel like I have a bunch of these like cozy core store management games now, and I don't really stick with any of them. And I'm not 100% sure why that is. I wonder if they'd show up under management in my library. Give me 1 second, chat. I'm gonna check something. Probably haven't played one that has the right flavor for you. Let me see here. If this actually caught it. No, that's not it. I guess they're all tagged different things, unfortunately. But yeah, like, I just don't like games. A Warlord Organ Trading Simulator or something. Can't refine coal and then automate the shit out of it. I mean, I did, like, I got pretty hard into potion craft for a while. I've got like 7 hours in that. I played Lemon Cake. Yeah, I played Lemon Cake a fair bit. That one I have 11 hours in. But yeah, like I have, for example, I have Potionomics, and I haven't really played that much. I'm not sure I played that at all past when I streamed it for y'all. I haven't played it since 2022. And I know there's been other ones. Oh, I know Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator is a decent game. I have it. I've played it for like an hour and 40 minutes. But again, another one that I tried and didn't stick with. I think with shop games, they really depend on the gameplay loop and balancing. A lot of devs tend to go vibes first. Cozy store games reminds me I need to try Strange Horticulture. Yeah, and Space Warlord Baby Trading Simulator is out. Now, one I did play a ton of for some reason was Tavern Master. This one, I think maybe this one out of all of them. Oh my god, there's DLC for this. I didn't know that. This one actually clicked for me. And I couldn't honestly tell you why. Because it's... I don't know. I don't know why. But I really, really like this one. I think I have all the achievements in it. V-Rising is not really what we're talking about. V-Rising is like a survival crafting sim. Was Atelier Aisha cozy? For certain quantities of cozy, I guess. I'm not sure cozy is the right word for Atelier Aisha. Atelier games are very they're very charming and very inviting, but like Aisha in particular, there were some somber overtones in the back of that one. And yeah, it's not a management sim like these ones we're talking about here. Simulation games are kind of like a modern game like Princess Maker without the parts of Princess Maker that make it hard to recommend others. Tavern Master's vibe is giving you RuneScape of all things. Kind of similar graphical level. Tavern Master it's very indie. It's not super detailed. It's not super jank. It's not a very complicated sim. Like it's pretty easy to progress through, and I think that might have been one of the reasons why I liked it so much. Is I do have a problem getting into games that have a lot of really like fiddly design elements. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get into stuff like Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo properly, because you have to do so much fine-tuning of everything and customization to actually get it looking decent, you know? This is just like drag out some square some walls at right angles, slap down some tables and some kegs and stuff, and just go at it. One of the things I've always been intimidated by in like Satisfactory is what you can do with the architecture in that game. I've always felt rather deficient in it on that count. Nothing I've ever built in Satisfactory actually looked good. but it was functional enough to get me through the game, and that is something I'd like to get better at. But that kind of fiddly construction is really time consuming too. And it's generally not the way I want to spend my time when I'm playing games. Witch's Bakery reminds you of Papa's Pizzeria and stuff like that once you strip it down to the core gameplay. Witch's Bakery has more in common with cafe games than Diner Dash. Reminds you of the boat management. I gotcha. Spiritfarer, again, not exactly what we're talking about here, but Spiritfarer definitely clicked for me. I thought the boat management in that like hit the right balance. It's a balance thing. It's really I think it comes down to how long is it going to take me to make something that I'm happy with? And in a lot of these management games, the answer is too long. or they don't offer those options at all. I think that was one thing that kept me away from Potionomics, for example. Potionomics is very visual novel coded. Like it is very like, you know, the deck building is a huge component of it, but like the relationship management is the other side of that coin, and that wasn't really what I was looking for there. Notice a lot of people fell off Potionomics immediately. Conceptually, I like it. It seems like a really cool, really polished game with some solid writing. It's just not what I want to be doing. You know? That's why the other potion game, what was it? Potion Craft. Yeah, this one clicked way better for me because it was almost entirely focused on the mechanics of potion crafting and some really clever mechanics too. Oh my god, they added a talent tree since I last played it. Oh, fuck me. And room customization. Oh my god. I got pretty far in this. I don't know how close I got to finishing it, but I got pretty far into it. Games that really get into the spirit of thing you're simulating, games where it's very shallow flavor, yeah. I think I remember that made people drop up Potionomics with time limits restrict enough that you could actually play the game wrong. See, that's tough. That's really tough. Don't remember Potion Craft? Potion Craft is awesome. Potion Craft is really fucking cool. I wonder if they have a picture of the thing so I can explain it to you. Hang on, maybe I can... Yeah, they're not really emphasizing like how the potion crafting in this works, but it's really cool. Okay. Here's the deal. So when you craft a potion, you have all your different ingredients over here, right? And you have different ways you can prepare them. You can grind them up. You can like boil them down. You can throw them straight into the pot. And all of that affects how you move on this gigantic map of potion effects. So what you're actually trying to do is you're trying to learn how to get these different ingredients to navigate this map to get to the effects that you want for your potion. And it means that with enough ingredients and enough mastery over the system, you can make some potions with like really crazy combinations of effects. I think the thing that really appeals to me the most about it is it is a crafting game where there is a huge learning curve to the crafting that allows for different degrees of mastery, which is, you know, a lot of crafting games just abstract that away through RPG mechanics, you know. you make 100 potions and then you level up your potion making and now you automatically make better potions. Not potion craft. You actually have to be good at the system that it puts up here. You have to be able to eyeball ingredient amounts and make estimations of where things are going to end up, and you got to take notes too. You got to take notes on how you got to certain places and like how you can push past certain limits, because there's all kinds of like obstacles and barriers on the big effect map, which is pretty cool. And then you make a single powerful pill, which gives you the next stage of Amazing Cultivation Simulator. I'm glad y'all haven't forgotten about that game either. What sets Atelier apart from other crafting systems too? Atelier definitely had that, and I must admit I didn't really achieve any kind of mastery over the crafting system in Aisha when we played it, and I think it's nice that the game still let me get through it without that. Yeah, I just muddled through it without breaking anything open, and I was still able to finish it. Interact with my mechanics, dingus. So yeah. I wonder if it'd be worth streaming Potion Craft sometime. Maybe as a democratic playthrough. But it's such a neat game. It's really, really, really cool. More and less interesting crafting systems inside the series. Also, Potion Craft just has an excellent hand-inscribed aesthetic to it. A lot of people like Sophie's because you get to do Tetris. Very tired, appreciate the demo streams, love them. Well, I'm glad, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up too because I need to get some sleep. I am working tomorrow, but I'm working late instead of early. Actually, this weekend's gonna be kind of a clusterfuck for me. Because I go into work at 3 p.m. tomorrow. I finish at 11 p.m. I come home, I go straight to bed. I wake up at 5 a.m. To start a 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift on Sunday. So when we reconvene on Monday, I might be a bit of a mess depending on how all that goes. But I will be back on Monday with more Fallout 3 because I'm so jazzed about that game. But yeah, that's the schedule. That's it. We did it, chat. I'm pleased that we made it through half of tonight's demos at least. I apologies to any demos we didn't get to, and apologies that I can't do a remedial demo night at some point because there's so much going on. But yeah, let's go find somebody to raid. Let me drop you off with somebody if I can. Oh, let's go drop in on Bassie and let him know they won. I think that'll be the thing to do. That's the thing for tonight. So yeah, anyway, gang, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining me for this eventful night of game demos. We certainly played some really, really interesting stuff. Some of it I definitely want to go back to and check out more of. Some of it I'm going to follow with bated breath until its full release. But all of it was worth a while, and thank you so much for helping me find these games. Hopefully, I will see you all on Monday when we return to the Capital Wasteland in Fallout 3. Until then, as always, hey y'all, take care. Bye, everybody.